Welcome to Navajo County Connection. I'm your host today, Supervisor Daryl Seymour. We have some special guests today. We have Michael Sampos, Navajo County Recorder. He's also the president of the Navajo County Fair Committee. And we have Michelle Stock, who she tells me she's a jack of all trade. But no, Michelle's the vendor coordinator. She puts so many things together here for the Navajo County Fair. If you need a question, she'll answer it for you. So we're happy to be here today live at the Navajo County Fairgrounds. And we're just, Michael, this is an exciting time of year. We're getting ready to have our 91st annual fair in Navajo County.
Yes, sir. 91 years that this fair has been going on in Navajo County.
That's fantastic. And I know 2 years ago we didn't have the fair due to COVID. Last year we had some restrictions that we kind of worked through. This year, how is everything looking?
So this year, basically, if anybody feels uncomfortable about coming and they prefer to wear a mask, they're more than happy to wear their mask. We'll have hand sanitizer throughout the area, throughout the fairgrounds, that they can utilize as well. And we'll have masks at the ticket booths so that if they don't have one when they come, that there'll be some available for them when they get here.
Okay. When does the fair start, Michelle? When does the big day, everything get kicked off, get started, and the fantastic week?
Yep. So in reality, our fair actually kicks off on September 9th with our little Pee-wee horse show. On the 10th, we have our regular horse achievement horse show. And then the fair itself will start September 14th at 4 p.m. With our opening day, opening ceremonies at 6, Junior Miss Pageant at 7 o'clock.
Okay. And so it runs from the 14th to the
17th. Yep,
okay.
Till midnight, 17th, Saturday night.
Mike, tell us a little bit about some of the fun activities, the rodeo, the demolition derby. What makes that special for Navajo County?
Well, for like on Thursday night, we have our demolition derby at 7 o'clock, and it involves anybody who are residents in Navajo County that wants to put in a car to participate in the demolition derby. Come on in and enter it and have a chance to win. We actually have a pretty good prize if you win. I believe it's like $3,500 if you take first place. And it attracts a huge crowd to come and watch our demolition derby. And it's fun and exciting, and we have different entertainment in between the heats, like the calf scramble, women's calf scramble, where women can run and chase a calf and grab a $100 bill off their tail, and grocery race for the kids. So it's a great fun event on Thursday night.
That's exciting. You know, some of the rodeos, you know, they're spectacular. They have all of the events of one of the bigger rodeos in the state of Arizona. Michelle, do you want to talk about that? What's your favorite event?
Oh, well, I have to say the barrel race. I mean, that's what I do. But all the way around, this rodeo is really great. Our rodeo director, Rusty Despain, puts on a really good show and puts a lot of thought into it. And we have some really fun pre-shows scheduled. The keg race is something new that Cowboys and Kisses sponsors.
You know, we have some local guys that are very good at that. They compete all over for this event and things. You know, the fair isn't just about rodeo. It's about what we produce in Navajo County. It's also the 4-H program. It's kids that are involved and youth that are involved and parents that are helping their kids understand the importance of responsibilities and things through the 4-H program. How has that played in over the years as far as evolved and getting local businesses involved that way?
Well, as far as 4-H goes, that's actually the reason I'm here on the fair board, because my daughters were involved in 4-H. They showed their horses, and then they were rodeo queens as well when they were little, and so that got me on the fair board, and so I've been here ever since, like 2005, I think is when we started. But 4-H and FFA involves these kids. They spend a year raising their animals, preparing them to show them at the fair. They spend a lot of time, like you said, it develops their work skills, their work ethic, and they get to come right behind us in the big show barn behind us. They show their animals throughout the fair, and then they have a big sale on Friday afternoon. So we try to encourage all our local residents and businesses to come and please support those kids, because they put a lot of work and hard effort and a lot of money into raising those animals.
I mean, I was impressed last year just at the sale. A group of business people had worked hard to have enough buyers there. These kids are trying to get at least what it costs them to put a steer in, or put I guess a pig or a sheep, a lamb that they have that they show, and it really brings out the best in some of our youth. Now, Michelle, you've done a lot here. to just change these fairgrounds, to add some pizzazz to it. I know last year you were painting a horse that you did, and you've done some VIP rooms. What motivates you to do those things?
I guess because I'm pretty well new here. This is my 3rd year here as an outsider coming in. I just kind of maybe could see things that people got used to, and I just felt the need to freshen it up a little bit. And I don't know, I just have visions, and I like to fulfill the visions, and with the support of the board I was allowed to do a lot of these changes, and I think it really helped the fairgrounds and the way it looks and make people feel more at home.
Oh, that's fantastic. You do a great job, you really do. And Michael, you've done a great job with your committee. It doesn't just happen with one people. The rodeo takes so many behind the scenes people working hard to make everything happen in a timely manner, that things go off the way that they do. Sponsors, let's talk a little bit about what vendors we might have here for activities for people to do. I know there's carnivals or things like that, but vendors, food possibly, and then talk a little bit about sponsors, of who are some of our main sponsors this year.
Well, as far as the events and stuff scattered throughout the fairgrounds, vendors, we have a lot of food vendors this year. We try to limit each vendor to a certain type of food. That way we don't have duplicate food vendors, but we're really booked this year, from barbecue to Thai food to tacos to funnel cakes, of course, and all kinds of different food vendors. In Martinez Hall, we have all the other vendors who sell products besides food, so we're booked in there as well this year, so that's awesome. We have a kid zone on the south end of the fairgrounds, which will include a pony ride and petting zoo, and I think there's a camel going to be there this year.
Still working on that, yes.
And then also a bungee jumping event there, and also about 12 different huge blow-ups for the kids to participate in that as well.
There's also a pirate ship. He dresses as a pirate and brings his parrots from Venezuela. Not only is it entertaining, but it's also educational, and he puts on several shows every day down there in the kids zone.
Now, some people may be new to the county. They may not know where this facility is. Why don't you tell people how to get here when they show up, where to park, some of those things that happen?
Good question.
So actually, the Navajo County Fairgrounds is located in Holbrook, which is the county seat of Navajo County. We're at 404 East Hopi Drive. So
we just ask everybody to please watch the signs, and when it says no parking, please don't park there. There are very good reasons why we have those signs up, and
emergency services,
yes, and that's really important. Last year we had some issues getting our fire truck in here when needed because people wouldn't follow the instructions, so we just asked for that. And while we're on that, be sure and bring your off in case of mosquitoes. So right. That's a big thing we wanted to get out there for everyone.
With all the rain that we've been having this year, yes. The mosquitoes
we will be spraying
coming out pretty good.
A different problem this year that we like, so
yes.
A pesky problem, but that's good. It kind of goes with everything that we have. What's the cost of a family or individual tickets, and where do we get tickets? We buy them at the gate, or is anything online?
Absolutely. This is the first year we've had online sales. The online sales are for our fair and event tickets only. That would be the Derby, the Rodeo Friday, and the Rodeo Saturday. Just go to our website, www.navajocountyfair.net, and you'll go right to the link for online sales. We also have those tickets available in the office, along with our Carnival 10 rides for $25. If you want the unlimited rides for the carnival, you can go to Fraser Carnival's website and pick those up there. They'll also be for sale at the carnival itself.
Admission price to get in the gates.
So it's $5 to get into the fair. Pre-sale tickets are $12. If you come to the fair and decide you want to go to the rodeo or demolition derby, it will be $15 at the gate.
Okay. So these are exciting times that we have. We have a great opportunity, a lot of different things, variations there. And it's a great time to come out and see what people have grown in their gardens, what they have made as far as quilt work, craft work. We have birds, we have fowls, we have everything, that's here. It's kind of happening as a full scale, fair. It's a little hot some days, check the weather, but there's shade. We have under the top at night, if it gets a little rainy, the rodeo will go on. It's not right. One of those great things is there, but I guess one of the things that I'm always impressed about rodeo is rodeo stands up for our country. and they stand up for God. And I think those are things, if you have not been to a rodeo and witnessed the grand entry and the Star Spangled Banner about that, it's like no other sporting event out there. Rodeo does it right. And I know that Navajo County does it right. And we pride ourselves with the cowboy heritage, that a cowboy's word means something. And I love the old statue that many things were done with the cowboys, of two guys over a fence, reaching out, shaking hands, and the deal was done. And I think that's something that we need to be proud of. At Navajo County, we have a lot of ranchers, a lot of history here, and come out and see what we have. It's just fantastic. Anything else you guys want to wrap up and say here today?
Sure, I would like to just recognize our Fair Board. A lot of people don't realize that our Fair Board consists of 18 volunteers from throughout Navajo County. A lot of people think that we're paid employees for the fair, and we are not. We volunteer not only during the week of fair, but year round for all the different events that we put on for our community here in Holbrook, as well as throughout Navajo County. Michelle is our paid full-time fair manager, event director, so she puts in a lot of work and makes things great. But our Fair Board are all volunteers. Not only do our Fair Board members come work, but also their family members come at different events we have throughout the year. But also not only our Fair Board, but different community clubs that volunteer. Kiwanis Club out of Holbrook, they volunteer to work our ticket booths during the fair. A lot of people volunteer to work our food booth, our cantina. The schools, different organizations come, and county employees, the departments let their county employees come work during the fair. So I just want to thank everybody who helps put on these events. You mentioned our sponsors earlier. Michelle goes out to a lot of businesses throughout our county and gets sponsorships, from a $500 sponsorship to a $2,000 sponsorship, or even more if they're willing. And without those contributions, we would not be able to put on this event and keep this fairgrounds open throughout the year, because the Fair Board is responsible for paying all the utilities, paying our insurance, paying for everything and the upgrades here. And so without sponsors and events that we have here, we wouldn't be able to keep the Navajo County Fairgrounds open.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's Navajo County, but we don't contribute much of our dollars towards you guys. You guys are pretty much self-sustaining. You make it work as the committee, and you're able to make this pay for itself. And
Right.
and that's accolades to you. And as a supervisor, we're excited that you're able to do this, and you give of your time, you give of yourself, and you make it a fantastic week. So come out, join us, have a great time. Everything down to, they even got me to show a pig last year, and it almost bit me. But that's something that we'll maybe try again this year or not. But it's always fun. So enjoy it. Come with your family, have a good time. Know that you're going to meet people that you've never met before. You're going to see things that maybe you've never seen. But that's an experience that you can have. It's neat to see that you guys have school kids that come, and they make it part of an activity day, that they come to the fair. And maybe we just always build on the great things, that good things come from the earth, good things come that we produce in Navajo County. So that's what we have for today, and I appreciate you being here with us, Michelle. Michael, thank you so much. Thanks for being here today and watching us on Navajo County Connection. And if you have any questions, give us a call here at the county. Thank you.